Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am back once again for another Slim Sports interview. And as always, I'm your host, Jay Slim. And joining me today is a former Northeast Tiger from where I'm working all the way back in the JUCO ranks, but over the past couple years has just lit it up at the D1 level so much that we've actually had trouble scheduling this because he's had so many NBA workouts. This guy is getting ready to go off to the professional ranks and make some money to his name, show people why he is one of the best in the entire world. Ladies and gentlemen, 6'6" guard out of FIU, Corey Stephenson. How's it going, Corey?
Doing amazing, man.
Hey man, that's great to hear. Obviously, when you're getting all of these accolades, all these workouts like you are, life is pretty dang good. And man, I mean, first off, just congrats on everything. Like I told you before we started recording, the future is bright for you, no doubt in my mind. And I want fans, viewers that are just now getting to learn your name, see your face for the first time, to get to learn about some of these accolades that I mentioned real quick, because you got quite a few of them in a segment that I like to call Resume Rundown, where I'm going to show off what you do best by doing what I do best, and that's making some graphics. And this one is going to show off this resume. I mean, 2026 Reese's Collegiate All-Star Game appearance, also the East MVP in that All-Star game as well. You were All Conference USA second team this past season with the fifth most points in a single season in FIU history. And I mean, even going after the season, you go off, you work for the Magic, the Pacers, the Bucks, the Lakers twice. I mean, you've worked out for about seven or eight NBA teams. Obviously, when you work out for that many, everybody knows who you are because they're sending film and exchanging words. So obviously, a whole lot of great stuff just right there. And after 2 years at the D1 level with Cal State Bakersfield, following your JUCO season at Northeast, you came over to FIU and you just took on this big time role for a group of a lot of different newcomers. I had Zoddy Jackson on the already this
That's
season,
my
very
guy.
good friend of yours, very talented point guard. Beyond blessed to have him on as well. And so many newcomers on this team. You just seem to take on that dominant role for FIU as a primary option. Talk to me real quick about taking on that role this year and how you used your prior experiences from Bakersfield and JUCO to really take that role on.
Uh, I just think I had it was a good fit. Like FIU was a real good fit for me. And I think I took like a lot of things from my past schools and my past teams, like how I react to things and how I practice every day. I try to go hard as I can every day, never take no days off. And I brought that to FIU and it worked out for me.
Hey, obviously it did, man. Great scoring opportunities for you. And FIU overall as a team, I mean, you guys were a very talented scoring team. You guys ranked third in Conference USA in points per game and in field goal percentage. A team where six of your guys' top seven scorers were new to the system, as I mentioned. You yourself, Zoddy Jackson, quite a few other guys coming over from the transfer portal or coming in as true freshmen. How would you say you guys were able to blend offensively together so well? Because obviously you're all learning each other's games, learning each other's styles. How long would you say it took to really be able to mesh together on the court?
I don't think it ain't take that long because we all can hoop. When you got a whole bunch of hoopers, a lot of talent, it's kind of like and we had a good amount of guys with experience, except for like what Eric probably he was a freshman, Tiago, freshman, but them not regular freshmen, so we had guys with experience and we had some real hoopers, so it was kind of easy, man. Basketball ain't that hard.
Hey man, sometimes you got to go out there, just put the ball in the basket. You did that very well this past season. Averaged 18 points per game, six and a half rebounds, shot nearly 40% from three, while also averaging a steal and a half on the defensive side of the ball. And I mean, some of these performances, 25 points, 10 boards, six assists against LSU, an SEC opponent. New Mexico State, you put up 25 points and 12 rebounds there. And then Middle Tennessee State, 34 points, nine rebounds there. I mean, just game after game, you were dominating. You had only one game this season where you were in single digits while scoring 20 plus in 10 different games on the year. Talk to me real quick about the growth in your scoring this past year because it just seemed to take a whole nother level. I know you said that everything kind of fit right with FIU, with the teammates that were around you, but what was the biggest X factor for you when it came to being this dominant three level scorer?
I think it was me shooting threes, you know. I feel like in my old school, or not even just my old school, even in JUCO, I didn't shoot that many threes. And I think by me shooting threes, making like two more, or shooting threes, it adds to them because they gotta come out and guard me. So you come out there, your hand ain't up, I'm gonna shoot it. Your hand is up, I'm gonna go by you because you too far out here. And you cut me off, I'm gonna shoot the mid range. So I think me shooting threes helped me boost my scoring a lot.
Absolutely. And I mean, obviously, the three-point ball was falling for you. You know what else was falling for you? Some of these posterizing slams that you had this past season. And I want to talk about some of them specifically in this segment that we're about to get into called Make That Play, where I went through Synergy. I took a look at every single made basket you had. Obviously, I was there for quite a while with all the ones that you had, but I put together
Yeah.
my top three plays for you from this past season. But I'm just a stats guy. I'm just a fan of the stands. You're the one on the court doing what you do best. So, what would you say was your best play from this past season?
My best play. Man, I got a lot of plays that I like, and I feel like real good, better highlights. But the one I have to say is like probably the game winner because we won the game off of it. So it'd be like I feel like it'd be selfish of me to say any other play.
Oh, absolutely. I completely agree with you there. That was on my list there for a little while because obviously you got to include a game winner here and there. But I mean, some of these dunks I had to just they're
Oh
all
yeah,
I had to put these on here. And I'm going to start off actually going against Nebraska, a team where they had a historic season for their program as well. You had a
yeah, they
putback
did.
slam on them where your teammate was just a little bit off the mark on that first shot. You came in flying. And on top of their 7-footer, Rink Mast, I believe his name is, you ended up having that putback slam right on top of him there. So you didn't care who you were going against. You were putting the ball in the basket, doing what you do best. And against UTEP, for my second play on here, you had a reverse alley-oop slam. The
Oh
athleticism is just
yeah,
insane. You cut down the baseline without the ball. Great movement without the ball there, and you rose up to catch a great lob from your point guard and hammered it home behind your head. Reverse slam there. And at number one, posterizing dunk against New Mexico State. I mean, that dude is on a poster on every FIU fans wall. You caught the alley-oop dunk while posterizing one of their defenders on your back and another one in front. That I don't know why the guy in front decided to jump, by the way. That made no sense to me. But I mean, absolutely posterized him. And obviously, those are just three of a whole lot of big time plays that you had. Obviously, we didn't even mention all the big time threes that you had besides obviously you had the game winning shot, all that stuff. But some of these games, I mentioned obviously Nebraska. You weren't afraid to score against them. You weren't afraid to score against LSU, Miami. Both of those teams, you had 20 plus points against them. You ended up helping FIU to a 7-4 start through non-conference play, beat some very tough opponents while going toe to toe with some of these Power Five guys. What was clicking early on for you guys from the start of the season? Obviously, we mentioned, it's basketball. It ain't that hard, just like you said. But when you're able to go off and have this successful start, go against these Power Five opponents and find some success both as a team and individually, obviously there's something there from the start of the season. What would you say was that X factor?
I just think we always playing as a team, man. Really want to win. We're just out there having fun for real. When you're having fun, it's a lot easier to play. You can't play. My old coach at Bakersfield used to tell me, man, you got something on your mind, you can't play. And I don't think none of us had on nothing else on our mind but winning and having fun. So we went out there and we was doing that.
Hey, there you go, man. Got to have some fun. And obviously, the season as a whole may not have gone the way you guys wanted it to. 15 and 17 overall record, 8 and 12 in Conference USA action, but still managed to get some timely wins. You guys ended up beating Middle Tennessee State in overtime 88 to 84 when you had that 34-point game. New Mexico State, big win, 81 to 78 in crunch time. And Western
Yeah.
Kentucky, you guys blew them out of the water in the season finale 92 to 67 win on your guys' home court there. And
Yeah.
you ended up really putting on the cape, being Superman for FIU there towards the end of the season. Obviously, a lot of talented scorers on the team overall, but they looked to you. I remember having Zodie Jackson talking with him, and he even gave you a lot of credit. Like Corey just went out there, did his thing, and some of these games, 10 of the final 13 games for your guys' team this past season were decided by single digits, where you guys
Yeah.
faced multiple overtimes, obviously came out with some wins during that time as well. Talk to me real quick about knowing, okay, I got to go out there and I got to be Superman for this team and, just putting on that cape.
I think it's just like, knowing that I am the lead scorer and that, I do shoot the most shots. So if anybody should be shooting these last couple of shots, it should be me. So, my team, they like, hey, it's time. And they usually you know, and that's credit to my team. Some people there get selfish and stuff when I shoot a shot someone. I shoot certain shots, but I think, it's just what I was supposed to do.
Hey man, always coming up in the clutch, whether it's making shots, playing hard-nosed defense. Sometimes you were being the playmaker, dish it out to some of your teammates to where they could get
Yeah.
some shots of their own. I mean, you did a little bit of everything, and that's part of why you were able to get a nomination to the Reese's All-Star game this past season. You're actually a teammate of great Slim Sports family member Trey Carroll. Trey is one of my guys I have on every year. And you guys were able to go out there, compete in the Reese's All-Star game. You were in MVP honors, just lighting it up just like you always do. What did it mean to you after, the past 4 years, starting off in JUCO, building your way up in the D1 level to be able to be named an all-star at the national level and to really be able to showcase what you could do to earn even more invites to NBA workouts?
It was big, because I worked real hard to get there, so it just to see like all the work paying off and it's like, you know, it's real big for me. So it was big because I worked real hard. JUCO, my last all 4 years for real, I worked extremely hard to even get Division 1. So to see me or for me to win MVP of something with all these good players is like it was big.
Absolutely, man. Beyond happy for you that you got that experience. And obviously, what you were able to show in that Reese's All-Star game and all throughout this past season is partially why you had 7 or 8 NBA workouts. I mentioned some of them already: the Lakers, the Bucks, the Pacers, the Magic, the Pistons, I believe, was one of them. And I mean, I could go on and on. But talk to me real quick about this experience. You're getting ready to continue your career at the highest level in the NBA. No doubt in my mind, NBA Summer League, you're going to go out there, do your thing, hopefully hear your name on draft night coming up. But what have you learned and what do you feel like you've been able to really showcase during these NBA workouts, learning from these coaches at the highest level? And what is some of the advice that they've given you along the way?
Well, I think I've been able to showcase and show everybody the type of person I am, type of teammate I'm gonna be, type of locker room guy I'm gonna be. That I bring a lot of energy and I have a really good motor. I think they already know I can hoop, I can score, I can shoot. But I mean, that's really most of everybody in the draft, so I don't really think they was too much worried about that part. I just show the type of locker room and the type of person I am. And I think and the advice they gave me is like, man, just keep doing that. Keep being that type of player and person and bringing that, man. You'll have a long, successful career.
Hey, there you go, man. Obviously, they're at the highest level for a reason, and if they're giving you that advice to keep being yourself, obviously you're doing something right, and that's why
Yeah.
Zadi recommended to get you on. Coach Cord Wright obviously speaks very highly of you. I work firsthand alongside him, and I mean, man, just a lot of great players that you've been able to play alongside throughout your career at every level. And I want to give you a chance to maybe shout some of your former teammates out or guys that you know at the D1 level altogether in this segment we're about to get into called Who's Up Next, where you get to recommend players I can have on to talk about their careers, tell their stories, just as you're doing now. So, who would you say is next up on the Some Sports podcast?
You gotta be one person?
You can give multiple if that helps.
Man. I got so many people. So I was saying a couple people is gonna be like discredit. But I say they're still playing. Y'all can do active players, right?
Yeah, go on ahead.
I just say check my the twins out. Kareem Watson. They're my guys. I met them at Bakersfield. They still playing, so Check them out. I think, yeah, them right there.
Oh yeah, very. I remember hearing their names before. I think I've been in contact with them in the past, helping them out with like some highlight stuff. Very talented duo there. I know exactly who you're talking about now that I think about it. And so great names for who's up next. Now we got to talk about what's next. Obviously, preparing for the NBA draft, preparing for the NBA Summer League, just the first couple of steps to continue your career in the professional ranks. Talk to me real quick about what you're looking to do during this. I want to call it an off season, but it's really not an off season, as you know, obviously with the summer league and everything. But how are you looking to really continue to develop your game, and what are you looking to really showcase during this summer to, get ready for the NBA preseason and earn a main roster spot?
I'm looking to play some defense, get out there, show them people I can guard, at a high level. And I feel like if I do that, offense, I'm gonna shoot the shot that's open. I'm gonna shoot the shot that I think I can shoot. So I don't think no offense, but I think it's be defense. So I'll go out there, play some defense, stay ready. So I ain't gotta get ready, man. And everything can fall how it's supposed to fall.
Hey, there you go. Stay ready so you don't got to get ready. Love that phrase right there. And obviously,
Yeah.
everyone knows that you can drop buckets left and right. So if you're showing off that defense, that elite athleticism that we all know you got, no doubt in my mind, you're going to have a very long NBA career in front of you. And I cannot wait to see where you end up this time next year after your rookie season. Hopefully, we can get you back on as long as you don't big time me, but you always got a spot on some sports
Nah.
podcast. And you already know that I'm going to be supporting you all the way. And no doubt in my mind, my bank account is probably going to be hurting with having to buy a Corey Stevenson jersey for the collection as well, man. No doubt I got to get that once you sign somewhere, man. So beyond blessed to get you on. Been trying to get you on for a while, like I said, but obviously schedule conflicts. But always great to be able to get a fantastic player like yourself on the Some Sports podcast today. So thank you so much for hopping on for a fantastic interview.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you for having me, man.